Hello, hello, everybody. This is Miss Amanda, and I am a Hirafa teacher. I'm here today to read you guys a story. This week, we're going to be learning a lot about getting ready for kindergarten. And since there are going to be so many books that are already linked on our activity menu for you guys to listen to about school or kindergarten, I thought I would read you guys a different kind of story. And it's called Made by Maxine. And this girl, her name is Maxine, and she's the character of the story. She is very creative. She takes things that she already has and she reuses them or repurposes them to make something new. And I thought this would be a cool story because there are all kinds of creative things that I know that you guys already do. I walk into your classrooms at school or I talk to your teachers and I see all these neat things that you guys did or made or your teachers talk about it, and I'm just like, whoa, we have some creative kiddos, some awesome kiddos that can create neat things. So this is called Made by Maxine. It's written by Ruth Spiro and illustrated by Holly Hatam. All right. Meet Maxine. She likes making new things from old things. She deconstructs and reconstructs. She unscrews and re-glues. Deconstructing means that she takes things apart. Reconstructing it means that she's put it back together again. She takes things apart, puts it together, she unscrews things, she screws things back in, or she glues them. Maxine makes everything better, mostly. And the reason why they said mostly is because she created a toilet paper roll hat using a colander or a strainer for the hat part, and she holds it on her head with a belt, and she put the toilet paper on top, and oh, that might be her mom or her sister. It looks like she needs a tissue. She's sneezing or coughing or needs to blow her nose. So Maxine's like, here you go. You can have some toilet paper. But her brother takes some of it and rolls it out. Oh, man. Meet Milton. From the day Maxine spotted him in the pet shop window, she was hooked. His scales shimmered, his fins fluttered. Was he waving to her? Since he was a fish, it's kind of hard to tell. Maxine fell in love with Milton. He's a fish. He was a special fish, and he deserves a better home than a boring old glass bowl. If I can dream it, I can make it, she says. She's going to create a new fish home for Milton the fish. I wonder what she's going to use. What would you use to make a new fish home? Then she did it. First, she tinkered with some old toys and made a spectacular tank. Look at this fish tank. That looks like nothing I've ever seen before. She's used a big, huge water jug. There's lots and lots of tunnels. There's a vase, a thing to put flowers in. There's a pitcher where you can use to pour drinks out. It looks like a 2-liter bottle, maybe a glass jar. And here's a fish way up top, kind of like in a little hamster wheel looking type thing. He has a volleyball net and a volleyball. Do you think he can play volleyball? Don't you have to use your hands to hit it? So do you think he uses his fins to hit the ball over the net? That's creative and funny. Next, she repurposed a broken bike and she made a pedal-powered fish feeder. She took the old wheels or tires off of the broken bike, and when she pedals it to move it, the chain moves and the fish comes up. The food comes up, comes into this little slide type thing, Comes down into this container, gets into the cups, and the cups are rotating on the wheel. So it goes into this cup and it goes into that cup, and then it gets dumped in to the top of the fish tank. So crazy. So she can just sit here and read her book and feed her fish at the same time. Wow. For a final touch, Maxine repurposed some vegetables and she made music. She used food and vegetables to make music? Let's look at this for a second. If I can get it right. She has an eggplant, a tomato, a carrot, and a beet, and maybe a lemon. And she's drumming them and pounding them. And then all these chords are hooked up into maybe a sound amplifier. I don't know. And she's making music. But I don't know if it's good music. Because if you look over here at her brother, he's got his finger in his ear and he's going, that might not be good music. But she's having fun. One day at school, Miss McMiller made an exciting announcement. This week, we'll have a class pet parade, she said. We'll meet on the playground after school and then march around the building. If you don't have a pet at home, you may borrow one from our classroom. Looks like they have a pet bunny, a pet hamster, a pet bird, and a pet fish. These kids are really excited. And then you have kids over here talking. I'm going to bring Mittens, my kitten, and I'm going to bring Felix, my ferret. I'm going to bring Milton, my goldfish, said Maxine. It's a pet parade, not a wet parade. A goldfish can't march. He doesn't have feet. Milton is a very special fish, she said. You'll see. Can a fish still be in a parade even though it can't walk? I would think so. At home, Maxine told Milton about the pet parade. He bubbled with excitement. Being a fish, he didn't get out much. It's okay if you don't have feet, Maxine said. Fins are perfectly fine. No, they're better than fine. They're fabulous. But Milton's spectacular tank was spectacularly heavy. She can't carry it in the parade. It's too heavy. It's too big and crazy and awkward. I like looking in her room because if you see over here, she took an old basketball and she cut out the top and the inside and she filled it with dirt and a plant. And she has an old tennis ball to hold her keys. And she has an old detergent bottle for laundry detergent, soap. And she turned it into a car. So creative. Maxine moved Milton into his old bowl. It was boring, but it's easier to carry. This is only temporary, she reassured him. Then they practiced marching. Splish, splosh, splish. I feel seasick, said Milton. Maxine's enthusiasm was dampened, along with her sneakers. I don't think the regular fishbowl's gonna work. Why? What keeps happening? She keeps spilling water. Oh no. We need to make this bowl better, said Maxine. So she collected containers from all around the house. Maxine fitted and filled and fixed and fiddled. Doing a lot of creating. Look at the mess she made. Oh, my Lanta. And she failed. She tried to make a cooler bowl, but it didn't turn out. Oh, man. She's bummed. As the big day approached, the pet parade was all anyone could talk about. I brushed Mittens so she's extra fluffy. I made Felix a new sparkly collar. And she's over here looking sad. because she can't create a new bowl or a new tank for her fish. Maxine thought about Milton with his shimmering scales and his fluttery fins. He was beautiful and funny and smart and talented, and he was her friend. Sorry, hamster, I'm marching with Milton. She decided to take another animal at first, but then she realized, no, Milton's my friend. I'm going to go ahead and take Milton. I'm going to fix my problem. I'm going to find a way to carry Milton in a container that's not so heavy on the parade. After school, Maxine picked up her pencils and paper and planned her project. She had already discovered a million ways that could not work, which meant she was getting closer to finding a way that would work. It's okay if you try things out and it doesn't work out the first time, right? Because you can just try again and you keep trying until you work it out. That's what happened to Maxine. She tried and tried and tried and it didn't work, but she's not getting discouraged. She's going to keep trying until she finds a new way. She repurposed a race car and upcycled an umbrella and reprogrammed an old remote. All afternoon, she deconstructed and reconstructed. She unscrewed and re-glued. Starting to look pretty interesting. She's got an old race car. She's got an umbrella. She's got some Christmas decorations. And a game remote. Let's see what she comes up with. She tinkered and hacked, bent parts forward and backward. Maxine made a music-playing, fin-wiggling, wave-sensing, wheel-spinning, dance-powered, fantastic, fantabulous, fincredible, fishmobile pet parade float. Look at this creation. Looks like a regular fish tank, doesn't it? But it's on a board with some wheels, and there's a remote, and there's a timer, it looks like, and there's water coming in, and there's an umbrella up here. Wow! Look at that, and everybody looks so happy and excited. Even Milton. Yay, he gets to be in the parade. Whoa. Meet Milton, said Maxine, my very special fish. He's dancing and he's driving. Do fish drive? I guess so. Watch your feet, said Milton. I'm coming through. Miss McMiller complimented Milton on being the most well-behaved pet of all. You got a dog over here that doesn't want to walk. And you've got a little cat over here. Looks kind of angry. That sounds like a dog. Sorry, I got my animals mixed up. And you got a little mouse over here. Oh, that's probably why the cat looks upset. Because cats like to chase mice. Ooh, was Milton blushing? Since he's a fish, it's kind of hard to tell. She also complimented Maxine on finding a way to include Milton. She's including him even though he doesn't have legs to walk on. He's a fish to swim in water, but he gets to be part of it anyways. And the teacher is complimenting Maxine, saying, good job on finding a way to bring your pet too. If I can dream it, I can make it, Maxine said. And she did. She kind of had some trouble. Things didn't work out right in the beginning, but she kept trying. And that is very important to remember and think about. I've had to do that several times. I've tried things or tried to do things, and I couldn't do it at first, and I was like, oh, man. And I started to feel really sad and down. But you cannot give up, okay? and keep trying until you find a solution to your problem. All right, stay creative, stay positive, and don't give up. All right, bye guys.